And I want to say good morning to Chatsworth and thank you all for being out here. Look at this turnout. This is fantastic. And before we get started, we've got the most important VIPs here, and I want to recognize them first before we do anything, and that's our Chatsworth Elementary School. Let's give them a big round of applause. In fact, I'm going to ask Christina and Oscar if they can come up here and lead us into the Pledge of Allegiance and ask everybody to please rise.
Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That was the voice of the future. Let's give him another round of applause. Today has been a long time in coming. In fact, this park was closed in 2008. 2008. These kids weren't born yet. To them, this is not a reopening of a closed park. To them, this is a brand new park that they've never seen, that they're going to enjoy their whole lives, that their grandchildren are going to be able to enjoy as well. 2008 was a tough time for us in the city of Los Angeles. I was then just a chief of staff. It was probably one of the toughest calls that I ever had to make, both then and even as a council member today. It was closing a park. And I'll never forget the day on Valentine's Day that we got the call. And we were all at a staff lunch, and we were told somebody had complained that there's contamination in the park. And I said, oh no, how long has that been going on? They said about 50 years. Maybe longer. But with that, 2008 was also difficult because we were in a deep financial recession. And when we learned it was going to cost $3 to $4 million to reopen this park and do what we needed to do, we were in shock. We didn't have that kind of money. Turns out it was really about $10 million 10 years later. And we'll get into that a little bit and one of some of the great things that we've done here. But the whole idea is that this park is a phenomenal park. In fact, for those of you who had the opportunity to walk around a little bit, what do you think? Is this incredible? There is no other park like this in the city of Los Angeles. It's magnificent. And I want to thank so many people for doing that. Parks are critically important to our community. It's not just a gathering place, it's a place of memories. It's allowing our children to experience nature and get in the outdoors, to put their cell phones down, shut off their TVs and shut off the video games, and actually get out and experience what we have to offer here in Los Angeles. And that's how vital they are. Chatsworth Park South was closed because it was a contaminated site with lead. And for many of you, you already know it was a shooting range, and there were clay pigeons all over the ground and deep embedded into the hillsides. And the decision to close it was the right one because our parks have to be safe. They have to be safe for not only the children and all the visitors, but our workers as well. The people who are trimming the trees and cutting the grass and maintaining our beautiful parks, they too have to be safe, and it simply wasn't. The process to making this park beautiful and healthy again was extensive. It was so much work. We removed 6,000 tons of contaminated soil. The ground had to be capped to ensure the contamination was contained, and the cap was made out of crushed rock, soil, and natural vegetation. And then on top of the cap, we preserved natural features where we engineered new amenities to build the park that you see today. Bioswales, natural stream beds that will attract the animal life that is natural to this area, as well as we upgraded all of the recreational amenities, new playgrounds, the tennis courts, the basketball courts, equestrian trails, and most importantly, I think, lots of open space for all of us to enjoy. And with that, we'll be adding new benches and picnic tables coming very soon as well. So I want to let you know, this park is a place for Chatsworth and for the community to be really, really proud of. I mean, this is incredible. And I can just picture the birthday parties and the quinceañeras and the picnics and the family, not only the family picnics, but we welcome our businesses to come out and celebrate and enjoy this space as well. But this would not have been possible without so many people that were on this. Rec and Parks, the Bureau of Engineering, Bureau of Contract Administration, the California Department of Toxic Substance Control, and certainly my office. And I want to acknowledge Megan Cottier, who's not here today. Oh, she is. There she is. Megan, I wouldn't have mentioned your name if I knew you were here. No, Megan, who is no longer on my staff but still with the city, really helped to get this initiated and follow through to make sure that during the most difficult time financially the city's ever had, certainly in my lifetime, where we are laying off staff, cutting employees, reducing services, she made sure that we held on to the money while so many other interests were trying to take it away. Where Megan left off, Nicole Bertson picked up and beyond. I mean, she has been the driving force to bring all of the partnerships together to make sure not only that we were on time and on budget, which we were. So if we can give Megan and Nicole a big round of applause. Thank you, guys. And I'd like to acknowledge the amazing work of our commissioners and the leadership of our department in Rec and Parks. And to say a few words, I'd like to bring up our president of the commission. Now, she gets the honor of working for free as the president of the Parks Commission. And it's one of the most vital jobs and unnoticed and unrecognized jobs in the city and thankless jobs. But I'll tell you, Sylvia, I don't think you've seen a park like this anywhere. And I want you to come up and get acknowledged. Let's give her a round of applause and also to say a few words.
Good morning, everybody. Like the councilman said, I have the honor of being appointed to the Board of Commissioners by Mayor Garcetti. And though we're volunteers, we do spend a lot of time because we love it. We really enjoy what we do. I come here on behalf of the Board of Commissioners to thank everybody who worked on this project. I came to the groundbreaking, and I knew about how difficult this project was, but also the support from the community. Now you see the fruits of all your efforts, and I hope you enjoy it for many years. Thank you.
The Parks Department has an amazing staff, and some of whom I want to specifically thank and call out today. First of all, our Assistant General Manager of Construction, Planning, and Maintenance, Ramon Barajas. Ramon, let's give him a round of applause. Where are you at? Right there. Kathy Santo Domingo, our Superintendent of Construction, Planning, and Maintenance, and Paul Davis, our Environmental Specialist and Project Manager. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you so much. Of course, somebody who has really gotten on top of all of these issues citywide, somebody who's near and dear to my heart. I consider him family. Let's give him a big round of applause, our General Manager, Michael Shull.
There was a time when we took this park back in, I think it was 1973, and when it was used in the 60s, the environmental laws weren't all that great. And things that were used to happen even before I was born, they just don't happen today. And we've since taken a disaster and turned it into this beautiful park. It was hard and long, and I was at a very bad time with the city, as the council member said. But this would not have happened without Mitch Englander and the support of his chief of staff, Nicole Bertson, and Megan. Yeah, it was us that kept coming in saying, we need a little bit more money, but as you can see, I think it's well worth it, and I think, with the playground in the background and these beautiful mountains and hills. I have to call it again, Paul Davis.
Yes.
Where are you, Paul?
Paul Davis.
This is the guy behind the scenes that you may have not, you may have seen him at a few meetings, but Paul stayed with this project along with Megan and Nicole, myself, Kathy, through the thick and thin.
Yeah.
And
thick.
Anyway, I wanted to thank you. And be park proud. Take care of this park. Today we turn this back over to you. Thank you.
I'd just like to take a moment to thank a few other people that were very much involved with me. I want to call out Charles Buckley from California Environmental. He was the first guy on the site when this first happened, and did a great job in starting to figure out what we had going on. Also, my AECOM team that helped us through all of the planning and the design and the construction and everything, what you see here. And also I'd like to thank the DTSC team because they really worked with us hard to find a solution and help us get through the process. So thank you very much, everyone.
I'd like to add to that Jessie Strobel on my staff as well, who is our point person on all things parks and recreation, and she's here as well, and she's really been the right hand for Nicole and the whole staff and team in getting this done. The Mini Palmer, the Hill Palmer Homestead, is located on 1.3 acres of the park, and I want to thank them for being here today, and all the folks who made sure that that remained open and operational, that we continue to have our Pioneer Days and all the activities and festivities in a closed park is not easy. And we still had record crowds all the time, and their constant vigor in maintaining and passion for protecting not only the homestead and the acre, but Chatsworth in general. So thank you to Vandervalks and everybody else for being here today and all the work that you do. I know I have some other folks to thank as well. Real quickly, I'll get through these. Raymond, our engineering geologist, Zenzi, our public participation specialist, Jim, and our toxicologist branch chief, Alan United, our unit chief, and Shan Sultana. Let's give them all a big round of applause. They're really a terrific partnership as this as well. And I'd like to bring our branch chief, Javier, up here to say a few words.
It's quite an honor to be here representing the Department of Toxic Substances Control, and I want to congratulate all the people that participated in bringing this plan to fruition. It certainly takes a lot of people, especially those people who first brought the project to the attention of the authorities that it needed to take some action. You know, it's those types of partnerships that make the department able to do its job. We usually work on industrial sites, but when we get to work on a project like this, a project that's to the benefit of the community, and then our benefit to us, because our office is in the Chatsworth area, it's particularly satisfying to all of us. And DTSC continues to be committed to respond to the needs of the community, and we thank you again for the opportunity to be here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And I'd also like to thank Gary Lee Moore, our general manager, who could not be here today, and our project manager with them as well, Marriott. Thank you so much for everything that you continue to do for us in the city. And last but not least, I'd like to ask our project manager, Neil Drucker, to come up and say a few words. Brief words, but of course.
Let's do it. There you go. Good morning, everyone. My name is Neil Drucker, and I'm the program manager for the Proposition KLA for Kids program, and I am so happy to be here today. Like many of you, this is truly my park. You heard the words partnership and team a number of times, and this truly was a matter of teamwork and partnership at every level. Our consultants, our contractors, AECOM, where are you all? AECOM, can you guys raise your hand? Because AECOM, our contractor, American Integrated Services, just did a fantastic job. We had a partnering agreement at the start of construction of this project. We all came together and met and said that we agree that what we really want to do is get this park done. We want to get it done right. We want to get it done in a cost-effective manner, and we want to get it open for the people as quickly as possible. And everyone met on a regular basis. And the idea was, if there was ever an issue, whatever that issue was, no matter how bad, bring it to the table immediately. Let's deal with it. Yeah, we might at the end have to call the councilman and say, Councilman, yep, once again, we need a few more dollars. But we want to get it done. We want to get it right. And I think we've done an amazing job for you as a team. As Mike Scholl said, be proud. You guys have an amazing facility here. Use it well, and take good care of it. And thank you all.
All right, that's the end of our long speeches. We got a ribbon to cut.
3, 2, 1.
breathtaking to see what this has become. The entire community enjoyed for years and years and years. So I'm just honored to be here today, that we're reopened. It's spectacular, it's better than ever, and I urge everybody to come out and visit it. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions, and most importantly, I want you to create some great memories here.